Hey everybody, welcome back to another Ink Thieves video. I am JBaum and today we're going to show you how to submit cards for grading through PSA. I should mention that while this video is specifically for PSA, most other grading services are quite similar, so this should be able to get you where you need to go should you go with another grading service. I simply just prefer PSA myself as they do tend to have the highest value. And so without further ado, let's jump straight into how to grade at PSA. All right, so to start the process, we're going to start by just going to psacard.com. You can search it in Google too and bring you here and just click that link. And then to get things started, we'll just simply go straight to submit. And then here you can see your different turnaround times. PSA does charge you depending on how much the card costs. So typically you're going to be in this range of value for $24.99 a card, takes 45 business days, and you can only declare up to $500 in value of your card. If your card is going to be worth more, you'll probably have to move up to regular. So these will be like Elsa Enchanted, challenge prize cards will hit your more regular, and then you'll just kind of have to judge and determine that. But if you're kind of a newer grader, you're probably going to be in this value for the most part. And so let's go ahead and start our submission. We're going to do just a kind of a fake test submission, and then I'm actually going to be submitting this one later today that I already have down here for 20 items. But we're going to just simply click New Submission. We'll go through and we'll hit Trading Cards. There's a bunch of different other options too if you want Funko Pops, tickets, etc. We're just going to do simple grading. If you do have autographs, you can do that as well. If you have items that you've previously graded, you can click review and they'll take another look at it and potentially get you from a 9 to a 10. If you have another company, you can do crossover. And if you want to get an item that was previously graded by PSA that you want in a new holder, this could be for a number of reasons. For example, if your holder's been damaged, you dropped it or something, or they do release new holders from time to time and you just simply want to get with the latest technology, you can do that. So we're just going to click the grading, select and continue. And then here we have all of our different options that we were describing previously. And so today our test submission is going to be an Ursula Championship card. And so that runs about like $300. We can actually go and check just to be sure. If you ever have any questions, you can go to this 130point.com, search here, and then we can see that the Ursula is actually going for closer to 600 in sales, or 445 was the last one. So we will use this last sales date of 445. Our value here is going to be about $500, and we're going to do value 1980 to present. So we'll hit select and continue there. And then we're going to search our card name. And so here you have to type it exactly. So we'll go Ursula Sea Witch Queen. And then you wait for it to pop up. And then here we can find, here's the promo for the set championship prize. And we'll type our declared value. And so I will note, if you're doing a submission with multiple of the same cards, I would still just simply do a quantity of 1 and then type your value and just enter it multiple times, because your value total is going to be the total of all, including the quantity. So sometimes if you enter multiple for here, like our total would be 445 times 2 would be about 900, and you can't enter anything over 500 for the amount we picked. So it's better it's easier just to just one by one is my preference. And so then we can hit save. And then our item pops up there. And then we just simply go to proceed to checkout. You can do their prepaid label or ship on your own. I always just ship on my own. Ship back to me or ship to the vault. Simply click that. And then you type in your information, hit review order. Check the box, place order, And then we're pretty much done already in terms of the submission part. So now we come down here and we just we click this print button. We print these labels, and then I'll walk through what we do with those here in person. And so these screens will explain how to ship the cards safely, and really important, make sure that you place them in the order that they appear, or they will charge you a 5% fee. And then the address that we're sending to is the CU Receiving PO Box 6180, Newport Beach, California 92658. Okay, so we've printed our forms and they come out, and first you'll have this sheet which you will take scissors, cut it out, and then affix to your package. And then you have a couple forms which we'll just go through, and you just want to double check to make sure that they are correct in all the cards. And so this is the one I did submit earlier. And then we'll take this, we'll cut it up, and then once we cut it up, we will affix it to the package. So we can take that away. And then, so we'll affix it to the package so it looks nice like this. And so this is a box that PSA actually sends you. And so we can also see in the instructions back on the PSA website, if we scroll all the way to the bottom, it tells us where to send and ship it to. And so it actually says CU Receiving, PO Box 6180, Newport Beach, California 92658. And so we'll just write that on our box. And then in terms of packing, what we're going to want to do is, so we had submitted the Ursula, and so we want to pack your cards. And so personally, when I submit, I like to use these pull tab sleeves. So you just get that card nice in there like that. And then you're going to want to use these soft fit sleeves. So just open that up and then plop the card in there. And so now we have that in there. Our card's very safe. And so now we just want to make sure it's entirely safe. And so I'll show you with a stack of cards what you can do is we're going to take 2 pieces of cardboard, like so. And then we'll take our painter's tape, get a nice, we're going to get 4 pieces here. Painter's tape that side. Painter's tape that side. And so this is 20 cards, so it is kind of wiggling around a bit. And so we just want to make sure that these aren't going to get damaged in the process. And so we want to make sure that these are nice and tight and aren't going to move around in transportation. And so here, and then we're going to open up our box. We want to put all of the papers that we printed. We have our PSA copy 1 showing all of our different cards that we're sending in. Personally, I like to just kind of fold it around this. You don't have to do this when you pack it with nice cardboard, so I'm just going to fold this one in half twice so it fits in my box. So we'll put that in there. And then we want to get some bubble wrap. Just as safe as you can be. So we'll get our bubble wrap in there. Then our cards will fit in. And then we'll just pack this tight as we can with bubble wrap. Close her down. And then don't forget to put your return address on. And then we'll just seal it up with tape. And then we take it to the post office and we're good to go. And it's as simple as that. So then you just have to wait a few weeks for it to come back. Once you submit, it'll go through this process kind of similar to the Domino's pizza tracker or once the package arrives, you'll see this check mark here. It'll move to order prep, and then it'll be in research and ID as they identify the card and make sure it matches up with what you've submitted. It'll go into grading, which takes a little bit. Once it's in grading, it'll go to assembly for a couple days. This is where also you could be upcharged if you lowballed how much you put in for the value, because they will check against eBay sales. So if you ever see a green check mark here and you don't have the grades yet, the delay is because they are probably going to upcharge you. So you can probably assume you're getting a 10. And then once you get your grades, you'll see and you'll be happy, hopefully, that you've gotten a 10. And then they'll ship it back to you depending on what address you put. All right, so our Ursula that we sent for grading came back, and so this is what a PSA package will look like when it gets back to you. Just note that they do require a signature upon delivery, and so kind of similar to how we packed it, they do an extra layer, which I do recommend as well. You can never be too safe, and so got our nice box, got some more bubble wrap, and actually I just use these boxes they send you to resend, and it becomes like kind of an endless cycle. I just keep submitting more cards. We keep getting more boxes, and makes the shipping a little bit easier. And so, oh, we didn't get that all the way. Use some good tape here. Packed very nice, similar to, almost identical. Their bubble wrap's a little nicer than what I did, but we'll unwrap that, and boom, we've got our Ursula 10 there. All right, thanks for viewing in and learning how to submit with PSA. As always, I'm JBaum, and this has been Ink Thieves Presents How to Submit Cards for Grading with PSA.